Let me see.
Oh,
Yay,
we're live.
success. I'm on. Do, 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 do. I took care of it. Okay, so am I doing comments also? I guess so, because Erasmo just got off. Or he's trying to get back in. I'm getting you back in, Erasmo. Where are you? In Mexico City?
Yes. Let me just go in, walk in. I'll be right back.
All right. All right, so Frankie's there in his car driving. Hey, are you near the accident? Someone posted or someone messaged Erasmo, or someone messaged me that there was an accident over by Vermilion. No, that there was shots fired over by Vermilion.
Oh wow, no, I hadn't heard that. I heard about I saw the accident, but I didn't see no shots fired.
Which accident did you see?
The one right off the frontage road in front of the mall and Surfing Crab. The car flipped over.
Oh, that was earlier today. No, there was. I think there was another accident over by Pizza Hut on 802. Sorry, guys. I've got an annoying dog, Trump. Get it? Get what I did there? It's an annoying dog, Trump, that won't be quiet. So that's just funny. I just entertain myself all day long with my dog named Trump. Hey, Miss Nelda. And hey, Joe.
He's such
Okay.
a dog.
Huh? He is a dog.
He's such a dog.
Trump is such a dog. Is it Osmo here to hear that? Did you hear it, Osmo? Yeah,
Probably
I think
not.
he did.
He's probably busy doing his nonsense.
No, he's messing. He's setting himself up so I can see him. And Frankie is in his car on his way. Sam, are you sick?
Exhausted.
Oh, okay.
Why? My eyes are red.
No, you sound a little bit mormado, dude. I hate to say it.
I just ate over here in Harlingen that Heim, whatever it's called, HIME restaurant.
HIME. I don't know.
On Ed Carey. It's like
Himi.
Himi. Yeah. What is it?
They have Korean and sushi and some other stuff. I just know it's Korean and sushi. I don't know. Anyways, I had a pad thai and it was a lot of food. So well, I'm like,
I hate to say it, but you look like you've been eating really well. I'm sorry.
Okay. On that note, I've been going to this barbecue spot that it's like one of those slap your mama places. Good. Like really, really good. It's over there in Rio Hondo on 106, right before you get to 803.
Uh-huh.
If you know that area is like Rio Hondo is on 106, and you go pretty much east right before 803. It's really good. They're only open for 3 hours.
What's it
they called? Have brisket sandwich, huh?
What's the place called?
Real Smoke.
Okay.
It's like Real Smoke Catering Company.
And I think I saw you post it.
Yeah, it's really good, but it's the only thing nearby there, so we hit it like every other day because it's heavy. Like I barely finish the sandwich because it comes with a side. I usually get potato salad, but it's huge brisket sandwiches and huge pulled pork sandwiches. It's good food. Matter of fact, they actually got they're doing like Thanksgiving dinners. And that way you don't have to worry about making turkey and ham and all the sides and trimmings and all that other stuff. So all I got to do is just pick it up.
I've been tempted to do that. I've been trying to talk my husband into doing that because he's the one who cooks the whole Thanksgiving dinner.
I've been wanting to do the one for Popeyes because they do deep fried turkeys with their seasonings.
I've heard the Luby's one is delicious, and so is the Golden Corral one. Real quick, let me just go into it's a dog, Enrique. That's why we named him Trump. Not Beto, Trump.
If you get a cat, you name him Beto. You know the reasons.
And we did have, when we found Trumpy, we also had a female dog, and we named her Hillary. So I'm like even. It's according to the candidate, not the party. Yes, go vote. Does your dog have stolen nuclear documents? He gets away with whatever he thinks he's going to get away with. Let me tell you that.
I'm sure he's taking over the world.
Yes, slowly but surely.
Bien calladito. Like,
He doesn't like Mexicans. We've seen that when the way he behaves around my dad. And he's not particularly fond of the cats in the house, which means he doesn't like anybody who's not like him.
does he build
Hence,
barriers around himself
yes.
to
Hence,
exclude himself?
actually, he does. He's the only one that gets underneath blankets and stays underneath blankets. So he likes to have a barrier around him. Hence the name Trump, and why I enjoy the joke so much. Hey, Miss Chrissy. What's with that shooting at Erasmo posted? I know that's what we were wondering. They said over around Vermilion.
Damn, I must have missed it. When was that? Was that like minutes ago?
Yeah, maybe like 26 minutes ago. Hey, Miss Jessica, please go vote. Yes, voted today. Have faith that things will change in Brownsville. Man, I hope so. Miss Lamas, I skipped you. Sorry. So early voting numbers are good. Are they? I haven't had a chance to look them up. Have you, Frankie? Have you?
Have I what?
Have you had a chance to check the numbers?
For today, no. No, I haven't. I was there earlier, but I haven't gotten. But so far, there've been good numbers Monday and Tuesday. So if I had to guess, I'd probably say like 1,000. It was a good turnout these first few
For
days.
I have seen the people in and out of the library, the Central Public Library. That one did have. That's a constant flow. If you want to go in and out fast, I would suggest you go somewhere else. I think public library is pretty decent fast. Like you're not going to be waiting for a good half hour or longer. But there are is it the Comunidad Cultural Community Center, the one on Avenida Gregory? That one is usually almost empty. So like there's other ones that you can go in and out super fast. The Monday and Tuesday BISD.
The UTRGV one is always empty.
Which one?
The one in the UTB, the one in the college.
Oh,
I like that one. That one's nice.
Well, where's that one by?
That one's at the very end. Like if you go if you take Los Tomates Bridge, like you're going towards the old Burger King.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay, back there, you go and park. It used to be the now it's a brand new building. It's like towards like the border. That building, it's very nice, and we can go. And that one's also an in and out if you want to be quick.
Okay, and then the one on the BISD board, the Glass Palace, they have about 10 parking spaces, and only one or two for Monday and Tuesday. From what I saw, only one or two were constantly used. All the other ones were empty, and I went and voted there. Not took like 5 minutes maybe. So yes, keep it up, people.
So just for the numbers, on Monday it was almost 7,000. Because it was like 69.77.
Total.
Tuesday, the what?
Total for Brownsville?
Yes. For this is Cameron County.
Okay.
This is the whole Cameron County. 69.77. Tuesday there was 57.29, and then 49.14.
Oh, so the numbers are going down. Tomorrow, bring it up, people. Let's go.
Yep.
Hey, Miss Yasmin.
Hey, but I'm surprised. Over 17,000 people already voted.
How many?
Over 17,000 people from the county.
That's
17,000.
Yeah. How many in Brownsville? Can you check to see how many in Brownsville, or how many for BISD?
BISD.
Erasmo is in Mexico City, and I forgot what he went there to go do.
500 people for BISD.
That's it.
Yep.
No, hombre, no, gente. Let's go. BISD, you got to get going. What did Erasmo go do in Mexico City?
He was trying to get married. Corona de San Luis Potosí.
Paperwork or something.
No, something about his passport, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say a permit to travel into another country or something. Keep working hard for the money, Sam. Just stay safe. Vermilion, the restaurant? Yes. Not Vermilion, the street. Vermilion, the restaurant, right?
Oh, the shooting. Yeah, I was going to look into that.
Yeah. Sound mind, okay. I saw the post about something happening in Boca Chica and Vermilion. So I think it means, I took it as there's a restaurant. I don't know. Good evening, by the way. Centro Cultural, thank you, on Avenida Gregory. Over 17,000 in 3 days, Maggie. Yes. Oh, I know what else. Thank you, Miss Emily. Someone asked me which one is the closest one to Pullum Elementary? So I need a early voting place in Pullum. Does anybody know? Good evening. Good evening. Hey, David. How are you doing, David? Hope all is well. When you get a chance, my logo.
Maggie, I send you the locations on Messenger. If you want to take a look at it, you could share it too.
Okay. All right. And then, but those are all the locations, right? Oh, right now. Oh, the picture that's
Yeah,
on.
for Brownsville it would be the Bob Clark. What is that? The swimming.
Swimming pool.
Yeah, the BISD Public Library, Cameron Park, Centro Cultural, Southmost Public Library, UTRGV Brownsville, Rancho Viejo, if you live in Rancho Viejo. American Legion Hall, is that the VFW? Is that
On the corner of Los Ebanos and Paredes.
still there?
No, that building was taken down.
Okay, well, I gotta look into what the American Legion Hall is or where it's located, but also the BISD building is also there.
Okay, so nothing near Pullum, it looks like, right? I don't see it.
No, I don't see it.
Who's the third person? Did PUB shut off their light? They're in the car. Frankie, he's in the
Damn
car.
animals.
I thought he was going to visit his dentist. He did, and then he went to Mexico City. The dentist was yesterday. Hey, Carlos. Okay, hang on. Let me get through the comments quick so that we can start talking about all the scoop going on. Where's Maggie standing with signs? We want to go out there to spark the flames. So, I was across the street from BISD because my husband did say, do not get arrested because I don't think he'll bail me out because I don't think he wants to spend the money. So he is like, make sure you're not going to get arrested. Okay, so I then went across the street, took a picture and sent it to my husband and said, am I good here in the parking lot across the street? My husband says, that looks like a good spot. Okay. So I was there Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday, I happened to go to the bathroom. I went to my mom's house, but you know what? You all know. When you go visit your mom, it's like, necesito que me hagas este favor. So then it took longer than I expected. And halfway through, Mr. Caballero, who had been up there with me, said, never mind, Maggie. We're going to the library because we were told that we could not be on the parking lot. So apparently the man who manages that office space, you know where it is, right? Where Salazar Insurance Group is.
Grove.
Say that again?
It's like, I think Grove office used to be there or is there.
I don't know, where Corey's Cupcakes used to be and burnt down. That whole parking area. So apparently we cannot stand in the parking space.
Well, what about the sidewalk?
There's no sidewalk because it's a very steep, like 2.5 foot drop.
Yeah, I recall.
It goes up. So then we're not allowed to be standing there. So I didn't go today. And if anybody saw my Facebook post, not because we were sent away, but because I had a few doctor appointments and other things to get taken care of. So I will be tomorrow, Graciela, Gracie, in front of the Glass Palace. And I'm calling my cop friends because I want to make sure I am at where I'm supposed to be. I think the grassy knoll is what I'm going to be okay at. So if you drive by, wave. I love it because BISD employees come out and go in, and I'm like, hey! And a few of them are like, we don't know you. And a few of them are like, yay. But they're like, we're not going to acknowledge someone holding up Victor Caballero's sign because, God forbid, they get in trouble. So anyway.
Like back in the day, you have the sign.
Say that again?
It's like back in the days. And what country was it when you had the sign? You were like frowned upon.
What do you mean?
Oh, never mind. The shirts, the signs, the juice.
I have no idea what you're talking
about.
Never mind. Hijo Jesús. It sounds like it was a good joke that I missed. Someone else is gonna right now do a happy funny face because they got it and I didn't. Maria, good evening. Gonna go vote tomorrow. We gotta change for Brownsville. Absolutely.
Maria says yes.
He went to get his teeth fixed. That was yesterday. Today was something else in Mexico City, and I'm still waiting for him to come on so he can tell us. I live by Vermilion Restaurant. Haven't heard no gunshots nor cops in the past hour. Okay, so then it's probably Vermilion Road. OMG was the V yesterday for nachos, but doesn't matter because against it must have been the road, not the restaurant. Who's standing out there by Southmost? I don't know.
Those are la pitada.
I'm tempted to go to Southmost too, but the Glass Palace, can't pass that up. What's going on? We'll get to it right now. I'm trying to get through the comments. Where's the cheese? He's not being transparent.
It's super transparent that you can't see him.
It's all the way through. Miss Maggie, will you be needing the newspapers? Oh, I forgot. I asked, and then I didn't get any information. Never mind. Don't give them to me because I did ask the person who had requested newspapers if they still needed them, and I never got an answer. I can drop off one of the campaign tomorrow. Let me know. Sorry about that you held on to them, and I'm not taking them. Doing good. Got 8 screws in there now, but yeah, message me your sketch of it. I'll send it to you. So according to Ms. Tetro, it looks like PUB may not have insurance that covers fraudulent situations. Totally missed last night's episode. I was in bed asleep by 7:30. Yesterday I was tired. So I need to go back and watch that episode because according to Erasmo, it was a good one. Hey, Diddly Ho. No official pitada. Not yet. Did you? But sound mind, I had multiple people wave at me. So,
what exactly did you wave at her?
I think it was this. I don't think it was the other sign. I don't think it was the read between the lines sign. What's the difference between downtown prostitution and PUB, BOSRF? One of them you pay money and the other one they pay you? No. One of them you pay, the other one you don't pay. You get gypped. I don't know. I'm guessing it has something to do with money. Last time I dodged
the following day.
Last time I dodged PUB unit passed by real fast, windows down, and the dude was pumping corridos, tacuache en el jale. That's mean that they said anything to you about standing in the parking lot across from BIC. There's hardly any cars there, and we were not taking up parking spaces. I'll tell you that.
Sure they had some sort of connection there.
I'm pretty sure. I'm wondering if someone didn't call and say, So, we'll bail you out, Maggie. Rest assured, your husband it's on us. I might have to because my husband's going to be like, cool, we get a free weekend without Maggie. Suddenly quiet at the home front. Erasmo Castro.
He'll probably call the cops on you then.
When he needs silence, he's like, give me a minute, I'll be right back. Will you be cutting ties with you mean with Ye? Wera, not Kanye West, you mean Ye. You name, and probably, no, well, Erasmo don't care as long as he's making money, so maybe not. Shooting probably on Vermilion Street. I need magazines. For what, Gracie? To read or for the kids? Because to read, I've got a whole bunch of People magazines. Been at the Central Library all week so far. Please honk if y'all go by and vote. Yes. We need to be more vocal with Facebook censoring and disabling comments. Yeah, for sure. And newspapers. Oh, look, Miss Lamas. She needs newspapers. So, yes, take them to me and I'll pass them on to Gracie. I'll do that. Maggie, how do you feel about Little Lady attacking Susan Rubalcaba and the other ladies on this post today? I missed it. What was it? The one where Little Letty said that what, Little Letty, I know, but I think I can get away with it now because I don't think they'll fire me.
I'm pretty sure that hurts.
It hurts Little Letty?
Yeah.
Well, the only good thing,
I don't care. It just it sounds funny.
I'm not calling him El Chapaneco. What is it? Erasmo says Chapaneco. I'm just saying what Erasmo says. That's all I'm doing. What did he say? I missed it. The only thing is, did he say about uh teachers doing more paperwork? No. Supporting candidates, we all do. Which one was it? Yeah, I need to see it again because I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Hold on.
One of them really works, the other one steals. That's the difference between a prostitute and PUB. About time, great show is to be had. Thank you, Luis. Thank you. I'm going to have a rooftop concert from the top of the old IGO company building. Will be a surprise. One of my whole band will be there. Unknown date or time. Nice, nice, good. Throwback to Beatles. Please don't get smart readers. They are not safe, and it's a way to put temperature control limits among other downsides. I did not know that. We were just talking about that earlier today. What did he say? Dang it! What did who say? The guy from the manager of the buildings. He just told. Well, he talked to Mr. Caballero and told them we were not allowed to campaign. I guess it's private property. I don't know why else. Cool, Miss Maggie will do. We voted. Everybody vote for Caballero Ortiz and Elizondo and Cascos and corruption. Okay, so we're caught up. So
I see now her pictures lately being more. And she was there in the group too, no?
who?
Miss
Claudia?
Henry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been seeing a couple of her videos of the.
With the Caballero. Okay, so oh, I saw that at the beginning, but then I didn't read the whole thing. Thank you for the person who just sent it to me.
That was me.
No, that wasn't you. That was somebody else.
Dude, I just forwarded it to you.
Yeah, I know, but someone else sent it to me first. Well, I think I didn't end up reading it because there was so many little like windows and slides that I didn't read all of it. So tell me real quick, what was it about?
Oh no, I sent it to you. So I'm reading it as we speak.
Okay, so here's the things that I have, and I was telling Erasmo, what is going on with BISD? I've gotten so many messages, and Erasmo was saying the same thing. He's gotten a lot of messages, and we were wondering. We haven't even had a chance to compare what we've gotten. These are the messages I've gotten. One, Dr. Trevino is over the top harassing people on campus, and I would dare say it's harassing. I'm just going to go with that one. The way it's been explained to me sounds a lot like harassing. That's one. Two, guys, get ready. The insurance next year, have you heard?
It's gonna go up.
It's going to go up and bad because they were in the red. They used the extra money to cover the loss, which they're not supposed to have because that's not what the extra money was for. And they're still in the red.
How can they be in the red if they covered? How?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So
bad with finance.
How can you be so bad with money? No kidding. So, they have not said anything because, of course, it's election time, so they don't want it to look bad on the incumbents, I'm sure.
Of course.
And two, it is the amount of time they're in the red for. The way it was explained to me is from January 2022 to December 2022. So January 2023, I think the way I understood it is when it's going to kick in, like the BIC employees are going to feel it, and they're going to feel it bad. So heads up, guys. It's gonna kick in when whoever is new board, old board, but as of now, actually as of like last year, because that's when I was still working for BISD, they're in the red and got so bad. What do you guys' opinion about what City Commissioner Jen said? I didn't see it. Did you watch it?
Well, I was on it.
Oh, I was in bed asleep.
No, there was a lot that she's. There was quite a bit that what she said, and there was a whole lot that she didn't not say.
So, do you want to go into it?
I understand her because certain things are very critical as far as like things that you cannot say because they were during an executive meeting. and I'm sure there's a lot more that she wants to say, but at the moment she can't. She did mention the threats that she got at the very beginning. She mentioned the whole insults that she got at the very beginning.
I'm going to turn off the volume. I'm going to put the dogs in another room so Trump won't keep bothering us. But go on. Explain right now.
Um, I do understand the whole fact that she was being, I guess, bothered in the beginning. I just don't understand. Well, I not that I don't understand. I'm just trying to comprehend what else happened when she actually found out that there was something fishy about it. When it didn't seem right to go into it, and I guess everybody saw that it wasn't right to go. It wasn't fiscally responsible to go into that Tanasca thing, and everybody still somehow they did the executive meeting without her. I believe that's what she mentioned, and it got approved. Um, but I think more could have been done to stop all this. I know she mentioned that it was already off of their hands and into PUB's hands, and I think like what they mentioned that they need to have the ethics committee oversee more groups, and I'm wondering if more could have been done. I'm just wondering if that could have been possible instead of being over here when everything already like down to pieces with only 20 something million left. It's pretty bad to leave the citizens in that situation. Uh, but as far as what happened yesterday, I think that's like all I gotta say about it. There's more. I'm pretty sure there's more to come from that audit, and hopefully the people do get, I guess, their due process.
Okay, so I missed what you said, but I'm going to have to go back and watch the show anyway. I was just thinking about what you asked.
It's because they were asked, Erasmo would ask questions, and then she's
Uh-huh.
like, "Well, certain things I can say, and certain things I cannot say." But you kind of like sometimes it's what you don't say says a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she also mentioned, and Erasmo was like, "Hey, was this during the time that Tony Martinez was calling you the B word and yada yada yada?" And she was like, "You kind of like it still hurts her, you know, because in the beginning when
Martinez
she was
called her.
starting, she was kind of, I guess, naive about the system and not exposed to all the corruption that there is, which we know that there was, even from
Yeah.
the very beginning when we did the whole UTB thing. And that's why Erasmo and other people exposed all that corruption. And that was only the tip of the iceberg. And we
Okay.
keep on saying it's the tip of the iceberg for that, and the tip of the iceberg for PUB, and we only see the tip of the iceberg for City of Brownsville, and then BISD. So there's so much corruption going around that is ridiculous and it's never ending. I think that's what like he's done with BISD because it's like so much nonsense going on.
And the thing is, the comment about what did I think about what Eddie says? Eddie's already proven himself in what he says is not. I know I'm not the brightest light bulb in the room, but I think that that bulb's a little bit dimmer. And I have been basing it on what I have asked other cops who worked with him, and I've never heard a single good thing about him. And when he's up on the board, it looks like he's easily manipulated and easily moved around by the super. Not moved around in like swayed. Like he's easy
Yeah.
to get on whatever side you want him to get on. So half the time I don't pay attention, even though I did make a couple of comments. But that's because I think he was doing falsehoods. He was saying that Baltasar Salazar is part of the team Caballero, and no, he's not. He
There's no
wants to,
connection there.
huh?
There's no connection between Baltasar and the three of them.
He
And I
wants
think
there
that's
to
what
be.
they were trying to prove. They're trying to push misinterpret and I guess deceive people with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And sometimes it's easy because I know people come up and ask me this, and I'm like, okay, you obviously have not been reading all the other stuff that's been going on. So,
Well, that's what I was telling Erasmo today. I'm like, dude, you need to understand. Some people are kind of new to watching the show and they don't understand
mm-hmm.
what has happened before. So you need to kind of refresh people on what's been happening, of like of what happened with Baltasar, and that's why there's no connection between them and the new people. And the new people are that's supposed to be the new blood for the BIC board.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, there'll be the change that it needs.
And by new
So
people, we're
I
talking
think
about
they
Caballero
would
Elizondo and
work
Ortiz.
well.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I think if them three like win, it would work quite well.
Caballero Elizondo and Ortiz.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Sam. We're with you guys. Get rid of corruption. Yes. To end corruption, you got to vote Beto Chente La Mantia because it's from the governor's office. Peter, you and I agree on this. Others don't. That's why they did the auction sale, and that's why they raised the BISD taxes because they're short on funds.
I don't know. I know they're always doing the auction sales.
Yeah, that's a common
Um,
one. Yeah, yeah. And raising the BISD taxes, that I would say probably yes because they need the money. Bad with finance, but they have a pin post on their page showing off an A plus for finances. Oh yes, yes. Good point, Sound Mind. She's not for the people. Who is not? Tetro or Maida
yeah,
Flores?
there was a whole lot of comments yesterday that about that she wasn't for the people because she did state that like she was trying to bring up concerns about the whole Tanasca, but it was falling on deaf ears
Mm.
and she didn't proceed any further actions. And then she did mention that she got threats during that time, and which I understand because people could be get really shady down here when it comes to threats.
And a lot of money.
Yeah,
So
like again, you're talking about millions of dollars.
millions upon millions. Yeah, Zeke said, Commissioner Jessica Trotro is lying. I saw part of the show this morning. I like Zeke on the show. I've been telling Erasmo he needs to have Zeke on the 9 a.m. show. And I didn't realize that they like known each other for a long time. I think what people end up
A lot of
deciding,
people know Erasmo from a long time ago.
hey,
They just don't associate with.
oh, okay. They just don't bring it up. Got it.
Yeah.
I think when people end up deciding her stance because year after year the PB rates were approved, so we would have to see her votes to see if she ever voted yes or no. Remember term limits for city commission? Now there is, right?
Yeah.
Jessica Turturro looks spooked. I think she always looks spooked, doesn't she? Like she's
It's
always like,
because you're walking on eggshells when because certain things you can't say publicly because they were discussed during executive meetings.
oh,
And
see,
she was
that's
like,
why.
"Oh, I don't recall back then in 2013 if I was in a regular meeting or executive meeting," and it's like liability.
Yeah, and see, that's why I could not run for city commissioner or school board because I'd be like, let me tell you what happened. And then I'd be like, oops, I wasn't supposed to say anything. Jessica Turturro looks spoke. I always think she looks like deer in headlights anyway, though. So if she knows more than she can handle and doesn't know where to turn. Deer in headlights. Get Zeke on there. He will tell you the truth because about her. They all covered up, but won't say because of retaliation. Why be scared if you're on the board? Maggie, watch the morning show. This morning show, I only watched part of it. So yeah, I gotta go back and watch this. Well, I gotta watch last night's and then this morning's. Did you guys see the documents that Rubalcaba posted on Central Science connected to? Did you? I have to.
Yeah, where there was a transfer of property from Tony Martinez to Susan, to Science.
Oh, okay. Corruption is still corruption, whether under coercion, fear, retaliation, threats, or ignorance. And if that's why people are just tired of it, that's why people are just tired of it and expect people to use platform to expose corruption regardless. Yep.
Yeah,
When
because when you get threats, and you can go to the police all you want, but they're gonna be there for the aftermath. The police is gonna be there for the aftermath, like, oh, okay, they came in, they robbed or they threatened you or they beat you up or whatever. But they're not gonna be there 24/7 watching your back, the police.
and then
So
tomorrow
it's kind of
afternoon,
like, especially when people already know more or less where you live, where you work, where your business is, stuff like that. When you're
where
a
you're
public
gonna
figure.
where you're gonna be holding campaign signs tomorrow afternoon, you guys are gonna be like, "Hey, Sam was just telling Maggie last night the cops just show up after on the aftermath, and it's gonna be my body splayed on the in the middle of the road because someone hit the grassy knoll." We need cliff notes for field projects. We do. We should have it Asmo do some kind of a cliff note page and say Go to page 3 of the website. Yep, that morning show was good. Yes, Jessica Tetro played the victim when she knew all along. Her hands are not clean. People have to be reminded PB board, BIC board, and being a mayor and city commissioners aren't paid positions.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, if
Under the
you're
table.
threatened and you hold back, I'm like, sometimes they have something on you. They'll find something on you, so you won't talk any further.
Mm.
What I was thinking, but that's just me assuming things.
Uh-huh.
Because we don't, like, again, we don't have that information, so we kind of fill in with our imagination. Rest, but that would be like my theory of like what could have caused it for her to not further proceed with taking action with the information she had found. I would think like any person would be like, okay, well, it's already past the PUB and it's going to be a failed project, and it's been so many years. Release that information like most people do into the public through like blogs or newspaper or something. Get attention from the media.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Maggie will always, yeah. And sometimes, a lot of times, and I've said it before, like my friends all know it. It's not with bad intentions, it's because I have no filter. Like I'm talking and then I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute, hang on, hang on. I was not supposed to. So friends will come up and say, I have to tell you something, but you can't tell anyone. And I tell them, then don't give me the information because I don't do it malintencionada. I just, no filter. No. Maggie for mayor. Negative on that one.
You would be the first female, no?
No, Ms. Vela
Mm.
was the mayor. Need
Oh, yeah.
term limit, huh?
Never mind, never mind. I forgot about her.
Need term limits for BIC board members too. And don't come back kind of term limits also like Cowan. Oh yeah. Yeah. Is it just me or is it Osmo specs to win without actually campaigning? It's not you. Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't. I don't know what the heck he thinks he's doing or not doing. Thinks Sam and Frankie are very good actors. They act Republican on the show, but they're stone cold Democrats. I like that. I think maybe,
That's
yeah.
very funny, but no.
Yeah. And you don't have the support local enforcement that pushes people back from coming forth. Excuse me. I cannot get up. Curiosity killed a cat. Mijo ponte al alba. But satisfaction brought it back, Miss B. That was a biology with Mr. Kyphin extra credit question. What's the second part to that? Curiosity killed the cat. Satisfaction brought it back. Hablando de BAC, what happened to the Glass Palace and why? So, I don't know. Like, what do you mean about that, Miss B? Mrs. B. So, the one thing we know is the insurance is going up, and you guys got to get ready for it because it's, from what I heard, it's not, and I don't mean to like alarm and scare, but from what I've heard, it's gonna be eyebrow raising. Two, Trevino is on the rampant warpath for going on 2 years now. And from what I heard is because Renee lets her have free reign. What else was brought up? Oh, did you hear about the Special Olympics today at Sam Stadium?
Mm-mm.
Um,
I didn't hear about it.
so it started at 9. It was supposed to end around 1.
Oh.
Oh, the Nigerian. Okay, we'll go into that in a minute. The Nigerian prince. Got it.
That's hilarious.
So the Special Olympics was supposed to go on today from 9 to 1. The buses were supposed to be picked up. And the head, this is the way I heard it. Yeah, the Buddy Fund meet. That's what it was. Thank you. And the way I heard it was the head of special services had everybody going like this, trying to get it going fast. So they were done and gone by 11. So it was it was 2 hours done. They had planned on being there till 1. And so that was one thing. The issue that was brought up to my attention was these are special need kids. There's no need to rush them. It's supposed to be a fun day. There was no need to rush them. There's no need to rush the entire thing, the whole day. So that was one of the issues. The other one I heard was that Renee was not happy with one of the schools running late. Don't know whether it was a bus issue or something happened that they left the campus late, but Rene let someone have it in front of a lot of other professionals. So his behavior was very unprofessional today. And there's a lot of disappointment in that. So that's the other thing. The Nigerian prince. So that's the $1 million, Mrs. B. That was, if you guys get a chance, drive by Sam Stadium. There's beautiful holes built for swimming pools if we want. Like, seriously, if it rained hard, all the hood kids from when I was little, we'd all be swimming in those holes. Because there's like some amazing swimming pool ready to go. I lost my train of thought because someone said just sent me a message. So $1 million was paid out. There's three options from what people have approached me on. Either one, the vendor was not correctly vetted, and so they gave the vendor the money, $1,047,484.86, something like that, in three payments. It was August, September, and October, right? Did you see the papers? I think it was August 5th, September 5th, and October 5th, something along those lines.
Yeah.
It was 167,000, and then 400 and some thousand, and then 400 and some thousand. So it's over $1 million, and either the vendor took the money and ran, or that's option one. Option two is they hired a vendor. Someone else pretended to be the vendor, sent an email saying, this is our new account information, phone number information, whatever, contact information. And then the school district paid out to the scammer, not to the vendor. So that's option number three. My personal favorite is a Nigerian prince contacted the superintendent, told him that, he has access to a large inheritance, but he needed money to set up an account, the usual way that you try and be helpful and then you end up losing $1,047,486.86. So that's what we're going on. Now, the scoop is that one of these, all of this got paid out starting months ago, and the super was keeping it on the lowdown because of the elections, so it doesn't want the school board to look bad. And two, they're going to use someone on the lower end of the income tax bracket, like a secretary or clerk, have their head roll when who does the buck stop with? And from what I heard is Mary Garza is on a roll trying to get the blame to put on one thing. But one of the things they pointed out was Mary Garza is in charge of 3 departments. So that just goes back to the superintendent and his whole bit with getting rid of people through attrition. And then you're assigning one person too many things to do, and they don't have time to do their one job effectively because they're so busy doing 3 different jobs. So I'm going to go ahead and put the blame back on the super for that one. So that's the other one, is that a clerk is going to be the one who, and so that's why they're bringing it forward, because we hope the clerk does not get it when the buck should be stopping with the person making $35,000 a month. What else? Was that it? Oh, and if you go by Sam Stadium, nothing's being done. So that's it, I think. I might get an afterthought right now. So the Buddy Fund Me, hola, no te vi en la boleta de votar. I was busy today. My mom had a doctor's appointment, my daughter had a doctor's appointment, and my husband and I had a
And la
meeting.
boleta, as in like in the
Oh, on
ballot.
the ballot thing.
Yeah.
No, I thought like boleta was like holding the signs. No, I'm not running. Saw photos on Facebook. Yes, I posted photos of the empty, and it was the lighting is bad because it was like at 8:45 in the morning and the sun was on the side. So I need to go back during the middle of the day and get better lighting so you can see what's going on. Why is it so hard for PUB to distribute the money to the citizens, but it was so easy for PUB to take it? Preach, Mary Garza.
Like, keep in mind, some people are no longer even with PUB because they're already So then now
Die,
they gotta figure out where all those people are at.
move away. Business closed. Yeah,
Some people just left the whole town just because of that, because there's a complete monopoly out of it.
yeah. They don't care about the kids. It's just the photo ops, and that's what the comment made to me was that the head of special services. What's her name? Miss Lipa, Dua Lipa. No, that's a singer. Um, Miss Lupa, Miss Lena. I don't know, something like that. It's a four-letter name. Someone's gonna give it to me right now. So apparently, it looked like she was more worried about impressing Rene than the kids having fun. Watch one of the videos someone broadcasted. He looked upset. Who? Who? Oh, I
The
thought you were
super?
going to say the super.
No,
That's what I thought. Which videos? Let us know, Miss B. Which ones? The special needs to reclaim their
maybe it's
Lincoln Park.
there on the BISD. Let me look it up.
Oh, okay. They used to have tailored education and therapy and more attention to special needs. I tend to agree with that one. Which campus? Which campus what, Nelda? Sorry. By the time we get to this, the comments, I've already forgot what it was. Gutierrez is a tyrant. Amen to that. ¿A quién le gritó? I don't know. All I know, it was somebody who's. Oh, which campus didn't show up? I don't know that either. It was just one campus that was running late. And as a coworker used to call him, Rainey did not appreciate it. Do y'all think District Attorney Luis Saenz will get involved in the PUB mess? He hasn't yet. And every time people say Sandra Saenz, but they just say Saenz, I'm thinking they're talking about Luis Saenz not showing up in any of this or haven't said
They
anything.
did show up to PUB, but it was like they didn't wasn't there's nothing official. They haven't mentioned anything, but they're kind of lingering and looking over the documents to see if it could build the case.
Okay, because I haven't seen anything, heard anything, so then it makes me think like he's not interested. I wish they would, and that was one of the
They
things.
are. I think they are looking into it.
Because you remember when COVID first hit and the superintendent was never saying anything like, hey, we're paying attention to this. That's all I wanted at that time. I wanted you to let me know you were thinking about it, you were planning on it, you were waiting to see kind of what happened, just so that I know you know. So that's what I'm waiting for Luis Saenz to say is like, we're following up on this, give us a chance. Ms. B, hopefully the FBI will let us know, right? Soon. The school that was late could have been taking care of a special emergency or other special needs of one of the kids. What a horrible monster not to be understanding with the kids. Or the bus was running late because right now what we're having to do a lot of times is one bus picks up kids, goes drops them off in a field trip, and then goes back for another group of kids. Or gets done with one school and then has to go to the next school. We don't have enough buses to have everyone show up at the same time. So I thought that was what probably would have happened also. Falls on the leadership, and we have no leadership. We've seen that. Rene is the kind of captain that does not go down with the ship. No, Rene and Trevino and Cartu are playing the music as the Titanic is sinking. And then Rene grabbed someone's kid and said, I got to get on a boat. Hello. I think I might know who that is. All they wanted was for them to be there early to be used as props and then chased away quickly once they get their fake pictures. I agree with that one because I've seen it at other events where they show up, they take pictures, they aren't even aware of who they're standing next to. They don't acknowledge people. That's what, I don't know. Someone once, dare I say this? No, Mayor, better not say this.
You should.
But someone once said that a certain somebody that works for the school district looks like they are high functioning Asperger's because there's no eye contact, but it could just be poor social skills because there's no eye contact. It could be just that they think greater of themselves, and so they don't think we are worthy of looking at. I
But
mean,
no eye contact is kind of.
but I don't know. One time, see, it could be something else. So I'm not saying necessarily anything about autism. I'm just saying that is what was said to me. I know one time Rene was talking to my principal, and I walked up to ask a question. I needed to check on something off campus, and I went up to ask the question, and he didn't acknowledge me, didn't look at me. My principal stopped and looked at me, and I asked. I needed to get taken care of a laptop or something off campus, and he not hi, how are you? Kiss my butt, nothing. So so I've seen the non acknowledgement of anyone below a certain status level. Sloppy with the money, accounts, vendors, and of course some connections somewhere to those vendors. They want the community to think that they care about special need kids. Little lady wants to run for Texas. Yes, I can't even, Alberto. I can't. Like these are one of the things that I'm just like, at what
Like a
point do
red
you,
flag.
huh?
That's a red flag.
Yeah. Yeah, he's quick to leave, right? There's no limits on BISD board members, right?
Mm-mm.
But he came in, took care of business, y vámonos, and he's gone. Can't even balance the budget
You
of
gotta
BISD.
jump ship. Like if it's sinking, you jump ship.
The ratas jumped first. He raised taxes, gave Prince $1 million, and now wants to be a campaign manager for the incumbents. My favorite is that somehow this is going to be about a Nigerian prince, and that's going to be the chisme that we talk about years later. Nada que ver. I think it's time to cut the checks. They need to give the option to either get a check or crediting their bills. But I think we need to wait until they decide to do the 135 million, because I'm with Erasmo now. 135 million, and I'm sorry, Mr. De Los Santos. I know you think they already credited us some, but I was thinking about it today.
Because the
If
way
they,
they were explaining it, it's because I don't know. They gotta explain it differently so people could understand that it was being used to subsidize the increase of natural gas, which
yes,
kind of
I
makes
know
sense.
that. So that's what I was going to say. So my issue is you should have told me you were going to do that then. You should have brought it to my
It's because
attention.
not many things are told out in public of how things are run in the utility. You would think they would say something like that in some sort of newsletter, of like their monthly newsletter, kind of like like Magic Valley Co-op Company
Does.
does.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
maybe they could start looking around and diversify of how they do their public relations.
you might want to pick up a Magic Valley Co-op newsletter and read it, because we get it. And there's been a few times that I go and I tell my husband, "Hey, did you read this article on the Co-op newsletter? There's something interesting in there." And so
Yeah.
people might take notes from somebody else.
And
Um,
like I always say, shout out to all the people that are watching us that do not comment, that are political figures and running for campaign right now, running for office.
like like
I'm not
for
gonna
instance,
say names, but we know you're watching
we
because you're gonna
know.
go back to the schools and, like I had said, like, hey, you know what? Go out, like try to get young kids involved that are just turning 18 because they want to get involved with the electoral process, and they did. They went to
But
the schools.
did they really? Did that happen recently that you just heard about?
The what?
Did they
Didn't they go
really?
to schools?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had talked about telling Erasmo like, hey, you know what? You should reach out to like the young crowds, because you're trying to get that
Yeah. Okay.
young mentality, young ideas.
Now I know what you're talking about. Sorry. I was thinking you were talking about something else. All right. So then Adriana Lipa. Thank you very much.
For special education.
Dua Lipa is the singer, right? 85 watching, 6 likes. What's up with that? Guys,
Come on, people.
just all you have to do is click. Just
we
bring
don't we
the
don't even know.
bring
This
the
is
finger
85
up.
on YouTube, about 200 on Facebook, another 200 on each page.
And why do I care? I'm not going to make any
You are
money
the
off
true
it.
champions.
Why do you care? You're not going to make any money off it. But anyway, yeah, like the page. I think it's because we like to say, like the damn page, people. Maggie, this stupid intendant. Wait, did I misread that?
Stupid.
I think you misspelled superintendent. I'm reading stupid intendant. So it might be a typo. Damn, spell check. Signed off on 3 invoices. Yes. So wouldn't it fall on him? You'd think. Don't they? Who was the president that would say the buck stops here? Nixon? No.
And for
I
35,000 a month,
a month. Let that
and
sink
to
in.
make those mistakes
To make a million
and
dollar
don't come
mistake.
back with it was a human error.
Hmm.
$35,000 a month.
That was yesterday. Yesterday, $35,000 check came in. Does anybody know what he drives? The other day, someone said, "Hey, there goes a super," and I'm like, "No, no, he drives a white truck." Because I happened to drive up to Dillard's when he drove up to Dillard's, and they told me no, he has a newer truck. Cash, cash, American dollars paid for. I think.
Correct.
When's the next PUB meeting? I don't know. It's the second Tuesday of the month. No, PUB. I don't know. Somebody who's watching, can you please post it if you know? That's where our money should go then to buy more buses. Yeah. Um. What else? We the money should also go to hire TSTs. That's another thing. Oh, and
Correct.
that's another one. The money. This is where she put. That's where our money should go. But she meant to say to buy more buses. That's the other one I've heard. Okay, so hush hush. This is what I've heard. Dr. Trevino thinks that the high school TST's computer tech teachers should be in the classroom teaching classes in addition to troubleshooting, fixing, ghosting, reimaging, unpacking, labeling, fixed asset, documentation, all of that for a campus of a few thousand kids. The TSTs at the high school level right now are 100% testing online. So imagine getting 1,000 kids that are going to test all online at the same time on the same day, starting at the same time. Because remember, when we start testing kids, you have to be already in the test going by a certain time. Let's say 9:30 in the morning. So you only have a limited timeline at the beginning to get everybody 100% ready to go. So those people are also supposed to be doing classes now, according to the scoop I heard. So keep that in mind. Is one, we need those people, TSTs, tech people at the high school level, to stay in the room where they're only addressing computer issues. Two, at the elementary level, we need the librarians to stop being the TSTs also, because you're either going to have someone do a really good job at being one thing or someone doing a real sloppy job at trying to do two things. And these are both full-time jobs. Keeping in mind, if a person became a computer tech, do you think they want to teach? Or have they had the experience to not be in the classroom? If a person became a librarian, do you think they want to deal with computer fixing, troubleshooting all day long? And so, what this school district is doing is they're tiring out and slowly getting rid of people that are really good. And it's unfortunate that they don't realize what they're doing. They don't know how to administrate, but we already knew that. The FBI is too very busy. This has to be handled by the people. If I was graduating now, I'd get my diploma and not shake any of their hands. I would take a picture with any of them. We've seen that before, haven't we? On people doing that on YouTube. What happened to all the money Elon Musk donated to BIC?
He had donated to the Cameron County schools.
No, but he also don't. It was split up a certain amount of way. BIC was supposed to get a certain amount. I want to say
Yeah.
2 million.
And then there's no report on that. So there's no
No.
bites.
And what happened to the ESSER money? 68 million ish per year for 3 years just lands on your lap. Where did it all go? And I've heard some things, but where's the rest of it? When's the next PUB meeting? I don't know. Does anybody know that? I'm glad we're learning their faces and names over and over and
Look,
repeat.
I found the finance committee meeting. It's on the 28th of this month.
Of October, which
Yes.
is in 2 days, which is Friday. They're
Yes.
having a meeting on Friday.
That's a finance committee meeting
What time?
at noon.
Oh man, these midday meetings suck
Yeah,
eggs.
the one that's at 5 o'clock is the board of directors meeting, and that's on the 14th of November.
So are we? Is the public allowed at the finance meeting? Do you know?
I wouldn't know.
Okay. I'm glad we're learning their faces and names over and over on repeat so that when they choose to run for elections, I will be informed and not have my vote. But Yasmin, you also need to make sure your friends and family members know who they are because I've seen this before. I'm 54. I did not become involved until 2 years ago when COVID hit, and that was because I was concerned about my health with the school district. Now, for the most part, especially for Brownsville, I can tell you who's SWAT and what board they're on and what committee they're on. But a big majority, and I'm always surprised, of my friends and previous coworkers do not know. So you need to educate. Now that you've educated yourself, you need to educate others to help us out. PB board, Patricia Sampaio said something about surplus. I don't know. The largest employer didn't have enough sense to make sense of it. Not properly vetted. All of the educated people, pa qué? 400,000, pa qué? Thank you. And PUB shouldn't hold people hostage. They should be a choice. Competition leads to better services. Absolutely.
Yep.
I don't care what that they used the money for other things. That was not our say, and you didn't present us that you would use our monies for other things. I agree with this. You need to retro credit the reconnection fees. Agreed too, and the late fees. Absolutely yes. Bienvenidos a los minions de Rennie de Gutierrez. Do you think if I send the purchasing department an invoice for $200,000 for consulting services, will they pay it? You might get away with it. I don't know. Can I get the money on my Cash App? Need to bill my baby mama toxica some diapers and formula. What you might also could do is send it directly to Mary Garza because from what I've seen, who didn't Erasmo post it? She's paid out of pocket for some mistakes. So she might think it was a mistake and then send you a check, personal Cash App check or something for 200,000. Enrique wins the internet. Kike? Let's give Erasmo more than taco money. Let him have his lobster dinner. Like the page. Like the
Que
damn
se
page.
conforme con unos tamales.
Oye, y el little Eddie alegando con la Susan. Yes. Back and forth. And my favorite thing is little Eddie had his information wrong for most of the time. So, todavía peor. Se lo robó todo el René, ¿verdad? What was he doing? Writing the turtles on the Galapagos Islands. Special need kids need advocates to speak to the board about their disrespectful way administration is treating them and their teachers. And you know what? I thought Jessica Gonzalez was going to be the one to do that because I think that was her platform. That as a mother of special needs kids, that was going to be in the forefront. And I haven't. Maybe I've missed the board meetings where she spoke up, but I haven't really seen her speak up for any of that. Maybe my mistake. I could be wrong. I might have missed the meetings where she spoke up. How can we all get involved to make in making ASL part of the curriculum throughout the school years? That way, by the time students graduate, they're proficient with ASL. Okay, so the thing about ASL is it does not follow the English grammar. So let me tell you this. So ASL has its own grammar, which is fine and beautiful. It's its own language, it's its own culture, all on its own. But when you're trying to educate children in reading and writing grammatically correct, ASL doesn't lend itself to that. So that's why, as educators, the theory always was when I was there was that we did as much English within the signing so that our kids became proficient in the English grammar, um, uh, writing and reading and understanding so that they could succeed in their years. Go ahead.
Yes and no, because Spanish is like the complete opposite of English,
But we do the
and
same thing with the
they
Spanish
give
speaking
it as
kids.
an option.
No, but we do the same thing with the Spanish speaking kids. As soon as they can get them out of the bilingual program, they get them out. And my kid started in the bilingual program because I wanted her to have a big, strong Spanish foundation. And she was pushed out as quickly as possible. And that's because my kid's primary language, my child's first language was actually my child's first language was sign language, and her second language was Spanish. Her third language was English. So that's the thing. I think ASL and the culture and all of that is especially brought forward more at the high school level,
Yeah.
not necessarily at the elementary and high and junior high, because we're so focused on getting the kids caught up. Because by the time they come into us, many of these children at age 4 or 5 have lost years and
Well, that
years
could be an
of
option. Like
grammar.
instead of like you know how they offer Spanish and French, I believe
Absolutely, yes.
ASL could be like a third option.
I thought sign language was a class you could take. I don't
I'm not
know.
sure. I've been out of high school for like years.
Where'd you go to? Hannah had it as an option, didn't they?
They also had shorthand back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to take it, I couldn't. And Latin also while you're at
Um,
it. I just
yeah.
remember PUB Sampaio said this Friday meeting at 12 open to the public. Thank you. Most of my family are residents, but yes, I still inform them. Thank you. Mika told me to vote CEO. Carlos Elizondo, Frank Ortiz, and okay, so then let me see. Carlos Elizondo, Frank Ortiz, Frank Caballero. Okay, so it's Carlos Elizondo, Frank Ortiz, and Victor Caballero. Y así es, mija. Um, you should have a class about the city and county government, Maggie, who represents the district, what areas they cover, etc. That, yeah, I agree. That would be a good one, and that's what I try and get at Erasmo to do whenever he starts talking about people. It's like, please remind me. Yeah, we should do something like that. Make me think about it. Did y'all see the video I reposted of Nurita and William Garza when Erasmo used to do the show in the cafe? No, I need to go look. How much does the
Which
BIC pay?
cafe?
When he used to do the Café con Chisme, the cafe, you never saw the show where he did it at a coffee shop? They would sit at a coffee shop with their little coffee cups
I
and
just remember him doing like food videos of him chewing with his mouth open.
I think that was after the fact then. I no. You know what? The first ones might have been at the coffee shop, and then he started doing the food ones. Um, so no, I haven't. I'll go look for it. How much does BIC pay for recycling? Did you know it's a recycling company that rewards crypto and free pickup service? Yes. And did you know that if the school requests a second recycling trash can, they will not provide it. So the school has to be constantly calling and asking for it to get picked up, which they will, because that department is really good at getting the recycling going. The problem is, let me explain to you what the problem was at Canales. So the red trash can is the recycling trash can, and it was in a certain area behind a locked gate that the cafeteria people were putting in and doing the recycling, which is fine. It was great because there's a lot of boxes are being brought in by the school, by the cafeteria. But we wanted another trash can on the other end of Canales because, and I get it. Why do I have to go all the way to the other side if it's recycled? Why can't I have it over here closer to this other end of the campus? So that was always and I'm telling you this because I was the one in charge of the recycling on campus when we did do it. Um, you have to get the custodians to buy into it. You have to get the teachers to buy into it. The school district has already bought into it, as in they believe in it. The people that are running it in that department are really good at running it. But even previous to that, when we were at Longoria, it used to be smaller trash cans. It used to be just like your household trash cans, not the big bins. Because right now it's the big red bins. It used to be smaller trash cans, and you were allotted, I think, two. And if you wanted any more, the campus had to buy their own. So we're not at the point where we could be, and I know this for a fact because I saw a lot of cardboard getting thrown away. We're not at the point where we could be making some serious money back into, in addition to helping the environment. But yeah, I know that they're pushing it, and we could be even doing better than that. Oh my goodness, it's 10:09. So Nuri spoke about Tanasca. She dared to say people of Brownsville know that we aren't going to use the money for anything else. I snorted hard in laughter. Yeah, right. I enjoyed mixing it up tonight, taking a break from Erasmo.
Elasco.
Yeah,
That's a great nickname. Elasco.
thank you. Sorry. Nurith even said that even if we didn't get Tanasca, that they would have to get another energy source. I was in shock to learn they claimed we would get something else if Tanasca wouldn't work out. Oh, that's that video that you said that you posted. Okay, I'm going to go back and watch it. Now I realize what you're talking about. Sam, you cracked sound mine up. I don't know what you. Now I wish I knew what you had said that cracked him up. Did BIC clean up the toxic fertilizer? Probably not. I think they
Mm.
just dug. They just spread more dirt on top of it. Basically, the video is about when Norith was running for commissioner and William Garza. I'll go look at it.
The rest of the comments. You had like 10 more.
That's it. No, that's all I have.
Play.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, this is what Erasmo was talking about. All right, so that's it. 10-10. Did we talk about
Yes.
everything? Okay, so we talked about the Nigerian prince and $1 million and the empty parking lot that hasn't gotten anything done. We talked about Trevino being rampant on campuses, the TST, the gossip about the TST might have to be in the classroom, the special ed buddy meet today. I'm thinking there's one other thing we were supposed to talk about that people called me about. Erasmo gets upset because we call him the ringleader. No le hagas caso. I think he kind of likes being the ringleader every once in a while. But then he gets all chiflado and gets tired of it. Good job. Good night, folks. Thank you. I cannot believe I spoke for a whole hour. Sam, you were supposed to talk too.
I did what I could.
I didn't mean to take over by any means.
No, it's good. It's good. It goes by super fast and lots
All
of
right.
information. And I understand it's a lot of information. People can just like rewatch it, go back into it, and check out the video. Because sometimes I've caught myself going over the same videos even though I was in it, and I'll catch certain things I didn't catch during the live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, especially the comments, especially when I start talking and then it also starts skipping through the comments. I've noticed
Yeah,
that I catch some stuff. I'm trying to
definitely
think.
go vote tomorrow. And what else?
I'm thinking I need to see the post that I did today so that oh, I need to go get a cake. Did you see my post?
Mm-mm.
The Brownsville ongoing politics are horrid. I'm in need of a donut or a cupcake. Screw it. Bring the entire cake and a fork, please. I didn't get a chance to get my cake today. And it was all the PUB. I'm just like, I'm with it, Osmo. I'm getting tired of it. Fed up with it. Uh, Renee keeps saying, multiple people have approached me on this, that if the incumbent school members lose, he's out. Like
Good.
this. Mira. Corrió.
Because then he won't have anything to back him up. Anybody to back him up.
Yeah. That tells you a lot about character. Health insurance premium for BIC employees is going to increase next year, so expect that, people.
Sacas el perro y se acaba la rabia.
What? Sacas el perro. Oh, that perro.
I didn't even want to say the other word.
What's the other word?
You don't know the Spanish saying?
No, I don't.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know what else. The other one but I need to sit down and do a list of it. Is how much money is being donated to the people running to the different candidates, but I want to make a list because I want to see names on a list rather than I have
Yeah. Like
a
who's
friend.
who's contributing to their campaign or what?
Yeah.
You're talking about the BASD campaign?
Yes, because the one that I had thought about looking at was the PUB one where who was the one that made a donation and then later got a job? Andrew Kerr something. We were talking about it on the show. You weren't here on the show. And he got a job and then he ended up donating money later on, or the other way around. I guess that's it. Yeah, I think I nailed it all. So,
If y'all go vote, check somebody for the love of God.
yes.
Take somebody.
that they were counting on we get overwhelmed, bored, and tired of it, and lose interest, and we need to keep reminding each other.
Don't
Nope.
forget for county judge, Judge Costco's.
The principal that is leaving to another department, is that the
Bella
principal
Middle
from
School.
Bella? But she's
Yes.
going to Region 2,
What
not
does that
another
mean?
department.
What
Huh?
does that mean? What does that mean?
Region 1 is the regions are the area that they cover, kind of like a county. So Region 1 is out of Edinburgh, and they cover from Edinburgh down through McAllen down to Brownsville. They
Okay.
cover a whole certain section. Like Region 11 is Dallas. I don't remember what region Corpus Christi is. So I think the letter said that she was going to Region 2, which I don't know
Yes.
where Region 2 is. But I think that's a move up, because someone said something. I
Yeah,
think
it is a move up because he was going to be director of something
Yeah.
curriculum.
And someone made a comment about people getting moved down, and I meant to write in and say, no, it's not a move down. If you're moving up to Region 1, or sorry, one of the regions, then it's a move up. I don't know what
She's
that one
moving
was
from
about.
principal to a director.
Huh?
Like
Yes.
even if it's just in the same region, it's still a move up.
Yeah, but she's over like at main, not main office, but the those offices are like in one section usually. Like
Yeah.
Region 1 is in Edinburgh. Does that make sense? So she's in charge of a bigger area.
Yeah.
My mini library projects is going really well, because lately I've started meeting with the Southmost Library branch librarians who started taking over it, and the lady Nalesia, is that her name? From Parks and Recreation. And so now we're getting a little bit more organized. We have 25 little free libraries in Brownsville. They're not all up and they're not all in good shape, but it's nice to see that other people are took the initiative to start making sure that they were filled, and so it's not just falling on me. So I'm still taking donations, and they're also taking donations, so that works.
Hey, I'll try to get you some more info on this group I found out today. It's like about American band books or American library groups, something like that. It's pretty much a group that like goes and advocates regarding like banned books in the U.S. schools.
But not library association, right? ALA, American Library Association, or TLA, because ALA is the National Association, and they also support librarians. And then there's TLA, which is the Texas Library Association. There's also a project.
No, this person's from like Colorado.
Oh, okay. Yeah, send me the information. There's also a project called Linus Project. No, I know I have that wrong. Trevor Project. It's LGBTQ, promoting accepting differences, because they don't just focus on LGBTQ plus A
Yeah,
plus. They also focus
it's a
on, like,
diversity of everything.
yes, and they're promoting the support for banned books. Okay, Percy Rokatipta never came out, answered about the $2,000 she got from BIC firm, and I tagged her even right now here. And do you think she'll ever explain herself?
Nope.
I don't think so. Will our light bill drop? I don't think so either. It means this district still sucks at retaining good people. Everybody loves the Vela principle, and that's what it looked like on the
I
code.
know it doesn't make a huge difference, but if you're living in a house, consider like search up several like light or energy conserving ideas. There's like the foam insulation, like the super dark curtains,
Mm-hmm.
the blackout curtains,
Yeah.
and there was some other stuff, or like the LED lights. Just like try to search into that to see if it's like financially feasible for yourself. Because I've even done that where you black out your windows, and I seen like at least a $50 like drop in the
And
bill.
you don't mean in foil paper, right? You mean
No.
like with blackout curtains?
Yes.
They average, I want to say, about $11 a pair
Each. Yeah.
each. Yeah. So yeah, and we've used them, and my daughter wanted blackout curtains, and that room was always a little bit cooler than some of the other rooms.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you on that. Katie, Maggie, Katie has a bunch of books for you. Tell me where we can meet up, and I can get them from her. Aluminum foil on the windows.
No,
That
those
was
blackout curtains are like super dark.
yeah. But you know what? Didn't your neighborhood, wasn't there somebody who used aluminum foil on their windows growing up? We had somebody.
Oh yeah, like growing up, I know my mom did.
Yeah. We had one of the neighbors work the night shift, so their whole house was aluminum foiled on the inside.
Yeah,
Dr.
like another idea, like if you wanted even to go the extra mile besides the aluminum foil, because I don't think that quite works. It's like poster boards that have like white on one side, and then the
Uh-huh.
other side is like regular cardboard brown paper or brown color. So
Yeah.
put the white towards the outside, facing the wind. I guess the outside of the house, so
So
it
it
just looks
reflects.
white. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so it gets complete blacked out, and you have like no light whatsoever coming in. Although, just keep in mind of the fire hazard, so just keep at least a couple of windows available for
So that's
emergency
why
exit.
the curtains would be best, probably. Dr.
Yep.
Cisneros stated her patient and child were very sick and PUB disconnected light and water. Imagine if they die. But I thought they were not disconnecting anymore.
And they can't. If you have someone like special needs and in your house, living in your house, and they're threatening with disconnecting you, you have to call them and let them know that you have someone with special needs, and they will disconnect. They will not disconnect you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found out that not recently, but I did find out that that's like a thing that they cannot. It's like against ADA or something like that.
But do you mean special needs like someone with autism and Down syndrome? Or it's not Down syndrome
The
anymore.
person I talked to had a Down syndrome child that had like the oxygen tank.
That's what I meant. That's what I was going to ask. Or do you mean someone who has like an oxygen tank or some kind of
Like if you have an oxygen tank or might use an oxygen tank, and that's all you need, to be honest. If it's just special needs in any way, shape, or form, if it's special needs, they cannot.
okay.
I
I,
can double check on the whole 88 thing, but as far as I know, they've done that call several times. That I guess that close person that I know, and they've done that. They like, okay, we'll extend it some more, and that's all they can do. They just keep extending it,
mm. But you're
but they
still
won't
owing
disconnect.
what you owe, right?
Say again.
You're still owing what you owe, right?
Yes, of course, but you just won't get disconnected.
Yeah. All right. I have a carton on one of my windows. Do you mean like a cardboard box or you mean like a carton of cigarettes? I'm wondering. So you sit by
Carton,
the
carton, maybe
carton.
cardboard.
I had an image of like those ladies in New York City on the window, like smoking their cigarettes.
Those
Watching.
milk crates or what?
Yeah.
You're talking
The,
about the Bronx.
yes, the Salem menthol. Going, hey, kid, get out of the street. Anyway, sorry. So 10:23, we went over a long time.
Flashbacks.
I'm talking about TV shows I used to watch, like Sesame
Mhm.
Street or something. All right. So thank you everybody for being patient with us and letting us talk on end. I still wanted Erasmo to come back and take over his show. By no means do I want to take over the show. I thought we were gonna have Frankie, which we did for a bit, and Mr. De Los Santos, which I don't know what happened there. But thank you all, everybody. Good night. Like the page or not.
Bye. Don't
No,
forget to
we'll
vote.
see you
Take
later.
somebody.
Huh?
Take people when you go vote.
Yes, please. Go vote and take 5 with you. 5 people to vote. Good night, everybody.
Bye.